So where am I going? I want to get that sword and shield. Go to Subrosia. Why is there a map behind the map? That's just the extra bits. Someone said I disagree with the idea Binding of Isaac needs to be reinvented. They can just come back to it whenever they have new ideas and do things. When they don't, it's not like Nintendo no longer makes 2D Zelda games. Yeah, you're right about that. I think, though, the difference is there's just so many expansions. We've hit this point with Isaac where there are, like, hundreds of items in the game, and the items are getting weirder and weirder. But sure, no, it doesn't need to be totally reinvented. They probably could just do a different version in, like, 10 years from now, and keep it very similar. Isaac spin-offs. Well, Bumbo looks cool. Whatever the fuck that is. Vinny, why does every classic game gotta be reinvented into a roguelike? Asking for a friend. Has it happened to all of them? Where's that Contra roguelike? I think the style of roguelike is what people like at the moment, because you can... I mean, I like it for a game like Dead Cells because the game is fun, and I don't want to run out of things to do. It's like, when I was a kid, I would play Zelda 2 over and over and over again just because it was fun. And, you know, it's like a 6-hour game or more. And, then I would beat it, and then I'd be done. And I would have to wait for my brain to forget what the game was like, so that I could go back to it and experience it again, kind of fresh. But even that didn't work. So the roguelike thing is just a way to, you know, get more from the game that you like, I guess. I like roguelikes. I feel like the formula could use a little bit of revision, but I still... Like, Void Bastards was great just now, just a couple minutes ago. I really liked that game. And it has a lot of the stuff that works, and a couple new things, and it's great. Especially if you feel like you're making progress, too. Like, a good progression system is the difference between me wanting to come back to a roguelike and me wanting to just play it 20 times, and that's it. Exactly 20, no more. Because then you're addicted. Then you're hooked. One is near the Subrosian Smithy. Okay. Vinny, people call roguelikes uncreative because they rely on RNG to make it fun instead of being a product of creative minds paving the way for you. What do you think of this mindset? It's impressive to have RNG be a factor in fun. If you can make RNG work for your game, and it improves it, and it makes it... It adds to the experience and doesn't detract, great. Look at Chasm. Chasm did not need procedural generation. At all. Calling a game uncreative because it has RNG, that's just... I don't know what that is. I see the pros and cons of both things, but again, it depends on the game. Like I said, Chasm is a good example of a game that did not need procedural generation, and suffered for it. I think it would have been just fine as its own thing with, you know, inspiration in Castlevania, and just a nicely designed quests as opposed to endlessly repeating rooms. Do you have red and blue ore? Let's see. I have blue ore. I need the red ore. Red ore is bottom right. Okay. So, yeah, but there's also the idea if it's not broke, don't fix it. Zelda could have continued exactly as it was for years, and people would still buy it and still be interested in it. But, you know, Nintendo wanted to shake the formula a bit. Mario Kart could not have been a pay-to-win fucking nonsense piece of garbage mobile game, but Nintendo was like, hey, we want to shake up the formula. But no, I say that also, I love what they did with Zelda. Mario played it more safe with Odyssey, and I think there's more room to... Odyssey is a great game, and I'm glad we got back to the collectathon thing that Mario 64 made popular. I love Mario 64 still. I love the way that game progresses. And I love Odyssey, because it reminds me of that, but also does some of its own unique things. Not as creative of a game as Galaxy, though. Galaxy was like a good step forward, and then I feel like they just kind of played it safe. So I would love to see more of the Galaxy creativity mixed with what they did with Odyssey for the next Mario game. That would be cool. I would enjoy that. Vinny, but Odyssey plays better. I don't disagree with that. Odyssey's a really fun game to play. Here we go. You have red and blue ore. Did you come to mix the two to create hard ore? Yep. Then we'll get right on it. That's how this works? Okay. Alright. Your hard ore is done. Watch out. It's hot. They were told their dancing would amount to nothing. Okay, so... I need to get to the smithy. Which is... where? And also, I need to do the trading quests. Trading quest is parallel to hard progress right now. Is it not time for sword number 2? I thought I was ready for it. I was told. I was issued a statement. Don't know why I'm talking like Mitch Hedberg. You'll get it in Tarm Ruins. Here we go. Smithy. We do the finest work in the land, but we only take on jobs that interest us. The two in the back are masters of the trade. I'm just the manager. Is that so? The master misses nothing. That hard ore could make your cheap shield amazingly fine. What'll it be? Make it fine. Or I could just squall it. Whatever. Try again later. Cheap shield amazingly fine, so what'll it be? Do whatever. Do whatever? Say no more! Master, he says do whatever. Sorry for the wait. This is why he's a master, the finest work in all the land. Take it. Treat it like an heirloom. Iron shield. You don't really use the shield as much as you would in other Zelda games, though. It's nice. I was always excited to get a new shield in a Zelda game. It's still pretty cool. It was like, you know... Sword is the most exciting, and then the shield is the second most exciting. But it looks cool. Now lose it to a like-like. Don't you dare joke around like that. I swear on me, Jacobs. Hang on a second. It replaces the wooden shield in the entire world now. Oh, that's interesting. So, I'm gonna go here and here. Those are my next destinations. Any new Delhi experiences lately? I told you guys about the one where the lad wanted me to, have his snack, right? Like his devil dog. He was like, I'll split it with you. And then he blamed me for why he might get a heart attack. Something like that. The guy with he had diabetes. Yeah, that was a cool guilt trip to get. Other than that, I can't remember any new deli stories. You want me to make some up? Alright, there is someone at a deli who... he was at the deli, and he was just fucking mental. What I mean by that, he was just like ripping shit up. It was so... I can't make up any good deli stories, sorry. Was the mental person you? Absolutely. Yeah, the deli's usually a good place for, like, a slice of life of, you know, what it means to be in New York. If not my specific delis that I go to, then any random one, really, or bodega. You know, you get to meet a bodega cat. That's kinda cool. Vinny, I've never had actual New York pizza. Am I missing out? I mean, if you've had good pizza, you've had good pizza. It doesn't matter where you get it. New Haven, Connecticut also has amazing pizza. So, it's not just New York. But yeah, we've got good pizza here, too. Vinny, the worst pizza I ever had was in New York City, the best was in New Jersey. Well, here's the thing. The worst pizza I've ever had was in New York City. And the best pizza I've ever had was also in New York City. Huh. The Black Beast rests here. I love that they gave that regular little, you know, worm fella. just, you know, your stock standard worm fella. Sorry, it's a Moldorm, which, close enough, worm, Moldorm. But I love that they gave him boss music, that's very sweet. They call him the Black Beast. He drinks the blood of some people. This This feels like an appropriate quest to get a new sword. I mostly forgot about this quest. Yeah, I do like that the color palette changed here. That's cool. Ah, yeah, there we go. That one had to be pushed. Vignette, what's your favorite George Harrison song? All Things Must Pass, all of it, the whole album. I like Waiting on You All. You know that one. Rewind. Rewind! Fuck! I don't know why I did that, chat. I was looking at chat. It's your fault. It's always your fault, chat. Favorite Pete Best album. Pete's Best. The best of Pete Best. I don't know. Oh. Oh. Dude, D. It's staring at your phonograph. Play it. Gee, what a tune. I love it. I'll teach you the way to my secret spot. Temperatures rise as you go far to the west. You'll find it. I think this requires a little bit more... Okay. Okay, I got it. So it's winter, autumn, spring, summer. I'm glad it's not just left, up, left, down, left, up. Because so many other Zelda games have done exactly that. Yeah, look at it. Oh man, look at that. What's that, a scabbard it's called? You got the sacred, noble sword. It's not made of wood. Why does it look like a cutlass? Or a saber, rather, yeah. Handle guard. I said everything wrong that I could have said wrong. Well, it's really, really great to have a sword that's a little bit more powerful than the other sword. Well, double powerful. Vinny, the sword in the original NES Zelda logo looked like a cutlass as well. Oh my god. You're right about that. And yet, have cutlasses ever actually even been in the Zelda series? Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild? So, a couple things. They've been in a couple things, but not extensively. Surrender. In return, I'll offer my advice. If you're lost in the woods, travel west, then south, east, then north. Taking each step in a warmer season. Wait, so... I guess I do have to do this. West, south, east, north. Well, this part of the game is actually really cool, and done, I think, pretty well. Utilizing the seasons theme really nicely. It's got an old feel. It feels old. Vinny, unrelated question, but do you plan on playing more Wario? Eventually. Mario seems to be one of those series that people like watching me stream. I've done the analytics. I did a focus group, a test audience. Link. Know this, foolish boy. If you save Din, the world will be filled with destruction, sorrow, and despair. Our great sacrifice will be offered, and the evil king revived. Then people will know true pain. As darkness falls across the lands. Hee ho 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 ho. Ancient ruins. Okay, this is where we will stop. Cool. Okay, so some progress was made. Well, actually, quite a bit. Got a shield, got a sword, beat a dungeon, and, you know, Vine Ryzen. All in spite of Vine Ryzen. Next time I stream this, though, we'll probably be able to defeat Ganon. No, we won't. It'll be a dungeon, and probably some more story progress. Maybe even I'll get to the second dungeon after this, or then one after this, rather. Not the second one, you know what I mean? Okay, it's late. I should go.